This is every show. Okay, all these shows I didn't watch. Just the fucking thing I found had a bunch of shows I've never even seen. Um, but I guess I saw, where was it? I kind of saw the Tyson. Where I saw Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul here. I didn't see the whole event, but I saw that fight, so I guess I maybe could rank this. There we go. All the other ones I haven't seen. These shows I've seen. Halo show, unfortunately, I think season 1's like a D, but season 2's a F. It's just so fucking boring. This Halo show is an example of a show that does not understand the fucking material, and they did it from the start, man. The first episode, they got this dude. He feels more like just a mentally insane soldier than Master Chief. It's just not it. Season 1 had a couple good moments, but season 2, like, I was so bored. I don't remember shit from it. It was like January or February. It's all gone by now. The Ones Who Live. My boy Rick Grimes finally coming back. Walking Dead's like my first drama show I ever got into. This is alright. I still think the best spin-off Walking Dead. I mean, I guess Fear the Walking Dead had its moments, even though it became absolute dumpster. But like the short spin-offs, Dead City's still the best, but The One Who Lives is alright. Probably give it a C overall. Shogun. I saw this show like a month ago. I saw it really late. It's good. I'd say maybe like trim down a couple episodes. I also think Shogun always can end an episode strong, but I think sometimes it felt like it was a little too ridiculous with some of like the schemes that I don't remember his name, the protagonist would do. Not the white protagonist, the fucking guy who's in Westworld. I forgot his name. But Shogun was good overall. I'm excited for season 2. I'm probably not as high on it as a lot of people, but I liked it still. Mr. Miss Smith. I saw this probably like October in it. Donald Glover, G. I don't know the co-star. She's a good actor too, but Donald Glover, I've seen in a ton of shit. Goated show. This might be my favorite new show of the year, at least off the top of my head. I'm trying to think. Let me look at this for a second. Actually, let me not spoil, but it's definitely one of them. It's up there for sure. And even if in season 2 they pull out a different cast, I think it still could be a good show. Ted. It's either a B or C for me. This is another one I saw a couple months ago. A lot of these ones, it took me a while to start watching. But I like Ted. More than I thought I would. I thought the humor would get a bit stale. And sometimes Ted can get a little ridiculous. But overall, I think I want to keep it on a B. I think it is a tier above The Walking Dead. Okay. Fallout. This is a high B, almost A for me. I guess I will rank them on the tiers. Let's do that. I put it above Shogun. Ella Purnell's the GOAT. Walton Goggins is the GOAT. The Ghoul really, in my opinion, was the best part of this. I think the story's good. I don't know too much about Fallout lore. I've never really got into the games. But I do have hours in the games. 4 mainly. And it felt Fallout in the vibe to me. I liked it. I'm excited for season 2. I think this could be a really good show for like 4 seasons overall. I don't have too many complaints. Maybe, what would be a complaint? I haven't watched this shit in a minute. A Vault group I didn't care about too much. Yeah. There was some drama with them and like fucking rivalries and people and raiders influencing and breaking in and shit, but I wasn't too invested into them. Was this the Brotherhood of Steel? I liked that. That was also really good, seeing the lore for them, getting to understand how they operate. And the Ghoul, again, let me gargle on that Goggin. He was amazing. Okay. True Detective Night Country. I have not watched 1 or 2 of True Detective, so this is from the standpoint of someone who's only seen 3. I did not like this. I did not like it at all. I saw this like a couple weeks ago. This shit was so lame compared to True Detective Season 3. Season 4 of True Detective, I You spent so much time with just the characters living besides like them doing the crime stuff, which is fine. But the more time I spent with everyone, I just cared less about them. They seem like worse people the more you get to know them. So yeah, that was disappointing. I saw it was a new showrunner for this season, and to me that showed. Because in the whole vibe, they got Billie Eilish. I like Billie Eilish. They got Billie Eilish doing the title music of True Detective. What are we doing here? Let me throw a curveball. Let's get some Survivor in here since I got fucking 3 Survivors. I'm going to be doing reality TV also. Just because I watched a good amount of it. I don't want to glaze some. Ariota. Survivor 46 was probably, in my opinion, the best New Era season. And it's about what I think the best Survivor can be in the New Era. I would have put it above Mr. and Miss Smith. But I think it's an A. I got a lot of enjoyment out of it. Shout out Q. Shout out Venus. I know a lot of people complain about Banu. I was chilling with him. I liked how fucking he won my heart over, if anyone knows. I liked 46. And yeah, that's my favorite New Era season, so I guess let me just jump into 47 now, since I kind of spoiled that. 47, I think is a B. I think I like the Fallout. It's weird. I'm ranking, okay, just as a B, I think Fallout is closer to an A than 47. I guess that's how I have to look at it. But yeah, 47 was good. But I just didn't connect with as many people as I did in 46. And I prefer the 46 crazy people chaos to like smart calculating chaos. Still great season. Genevieve might be my favorite. Genevieve or Q are my favorite New Era players, probably. Let's do... I'll do Invincible. This shit kind of, to me... It's probably a C. I'll put... Ooh, maybe I... yeah, I will. I think quality-wise, it's better written. But Invincible's problem was, one, splitting a season that took forever to come out just kind of stagnated the growth of it. And that's how I watched it. I watched the first 4, then I took a break and watched the other 4. And then it's also just kind of a slowly paced season. And it takes a while for things to get actually going. I felt like Wendy arrived to the alien planet. Even then, shit wasn't really taking off. That's probably Invincible, and let's get my other most disappointing show done. Where would it be? Oh, The Bear. The Bear Season 3 was also disappointing. I loved 1 and 2. Season 3 just felt like a filler season. I'd put it, yeah, it's probably even below The Walking Dead for me. It was just... The Bear I have high standards for. 1 and 2 are A-tier seasons for me. I love them both. Season 3 was just really slow. Didn't feel like we grew at all with a lot of the people. We barely spent time with fucking... Now I'm forgetting his fucking name. Chef! I feel like it had the same problem that Atlanta had, where they filmed back-to-back seasons. Season 3 of Atlanta, where they went to Europe, I did not enjoy nearly as much as 1, 2, or 4. I'm expecting that'll be the case with The Bear, where 4 is a lot more of like the progression happening, but 3 kind of got stuck with like a building block season, and it just felt a little dry because of it. Still a good show, and I do not think it is going to fall off. I think it'll get back to it with season 4. What's you guys, Markiplier here? Good show. I mean, it could just be a movie because it flowed like a movie pretty much. But as a show, I enjoyed it. Do I like it more than Ted? I'll put it below Ted. But Edge of Sleep was good. It's like 2 hours. Good premise. It has a movie premise too, where it's just you can't fall asleep. But there's also like, how do I describe it without spoiling completely? Weird cultist brain activities. Markiplier's goated, and I think the true testament of this being a good show is I don't need to say Markiplier's a part of it for it to be a good show. It's just a good show. Shout out Marky Mark. Let's do Rings of Power. Get this one over with. I won't put it in F. I do think it is better than these, but Rings of Power just is not it. I'm not someone who's deep in the Lord of the Rings lore. I think it opened really cool with Sauron. I remember that. That stuck with me. Not much else. And yeah, just the first season wasn't anything special either. I think this is about on the same par as that. It's just the show you kind of watch. The characters talk too much. They don't really do anything. And you're not really bought into any, like, you're not itching to see Galadriel do anything. You're just kind of like, oh, there Galadriel go be doing some shit. There's Sauron go manipulating some shit. This is a show, I guess. It's a show of all time. Deal or No Deal Island. Shout out Boston Rob. The people who carried this show were Boston Rob, his nerdy friend, and the redhead chick who was with them. Those three carried it. I think Deal or No Deal Island has to do a better job of... Is this a B? I'm going to go high C just because they struggled with, like, characters. But I had fun watching this show just because of Boston Rob mainly. But the problem with this show is... Spoiler! Now I'll do spoilers. I didn't give a shit at all about the winner. And the show doesn't really try to make you care about anyone other than, like, Boston Rob, nerdy guy, redhead chick. Everyone else, they give some stuff, but just not enough. So hopefully with the new season that's like in a couple weeks, they can give more content. But then a part of me is like, Parvati and David's going to be on this season. Just give them all the screen time. Season 4 of The Boys, compared to the other seasons, I think it's in that range, but it's on the lower half. So I'd go a B. Probably like... Do I like it more than Shogun? I think I still do. It's the Anthony Starr Homelander diff. Also Sister Sage, Firecracker. The Boys always does a good job of introducing new characters that kind of steal the show. It happens pretty much every season where, like, whatever the new characters are, I'm instantly more invested in them than, like, Huey most of the time. I like Butch. Although this season wasn't really a strong Butch season. Starlight, I've had moments where I like. Same with Huey. Pretty much all of them, there's seasons where one of them usually stands out. Like this season, I thought Mother's Milk probably was the best person on the good side to watch. But then there's that weird Batman Diddy party. That episode was so just tonally wrong to me. But I think overall, I liked the direction they've been going with Homelander. Even Butch, I don't like the stuff we were seeing. I thought it was a little boring, but not mad with where we ended. And then if it's all pushing towards a final season with Soldier Boy, Sister Sage, it's looking menacing for the boys. Kamiko's always good. I thought Kamiko probably should have used a little more this season. I would have liked more Kamiko and Frenchie, honestly. Starlight stuff I didn't like this season. Yeah. But overall, still a good show. I think The Boys at its worst is still really good TV. Dixon. I'm not a Daryl Dixon hater, but I don't know, man. This show just... I'll put it above Rings of Power. Carol didn't really add much to it. We're retreading so much, especially with Carol. They were like doing the fucking barn shit, and it's like Carol's ass. It's been like, I get it, her child died, but we have done. There's certain characters in The Walking Dead that are just going in a loop forever. Like, oh my goodness. And Carol kind of has gotten to that with this season, and even before then. It reminds me of Morgan in The Walking Dead. He started hitting loops during like season 8, even earlier than that, where it just gets annoying. Sweetpea. Let's do another Ella Purnell. This is an easy B. I'll put it like right there. I had to buy like 2B for this, I think. I don't even know what it was. I canceled it as soon as it was over. But Sweetpea looked interesting to me. A bit funnier at times than I expected. But it's just a good show about a psycho lady and, a friendship that forms with a old bully. Ella Purnell's goated. I would say out of the shows, even though Fallout's better than Sweetpea and Arcane, spoiler, I like more than Sweetpea, I think this is Ella Purnell's best performance. She's goated in this show. I really enjoyed it. Saw it like a month ago. No, actually, like a couple weeks ago. What do I want to do? Let's do Industry. This show's a freaky ass show, especially the first season. I caught up for season 3 because I saw Kit Harington, my Game of Thrones brother, was on it. It's not an F tier, sorry. It's a B tier. This is my second favorite season of Industry. I'll do that. Season 1, I didn't enjoy. I found the characters way too obnoxious, which is a part of the show, but I think season 2 is the best season because you can hate the characters and then love them at the same time, or like want to see them fuck shit up. Season 2 had me rooting for just the chaos of it and not really irritated completely with the characters. Season 3, I think Harp, this is a weak season for the main character, Harper. Yasmin, probably her best season. Kit Harington was a good hold on a second. Audition. And what's this lad's name? What's this? Oi lads, I got a deep British voice. What's this guy's name? He was good in this season. Was it John? Robert. Yes. Robert at the start is Kit Harington's lackey. Good season for him. I think Yasmin's the GOAT of season 3. And yeah, I'm happy I kept with Industry though, because season 1 had me questioning why I was watching this show at points. It was just so hard to like want to watch these people. But then when you stick with it with if season 2 can't win you over, dip out. But I think it's worth putting up with. I'm gonna do Arcane. I'm not a huge Arcane fan. I think it's still a good show though. Probably I like Fallout more, but it's like right there with it. Season 2, really, the visuals of Arcane are like some of the best I've ever seen. I don't watch too many animes, but Arcane's the best looking like visual. It's a visual spectacle. It's really a pretty show. And then my favorite, I think when it's Jinx and Violet is at its strongest, whether it's just them, especially Jinx with her, I forgot the little kid's name. I don't want to speak or else I'm going to get a teary-eye, but I enjoyed Arcane. I don't know if it was the most interesting. I guess like the antagonists weren't as interesting for me as season 1, and I enjoyed the Jinx and Violet back and forth in season 1 more. But it's still a really quality show and one you should definitely watch. I'm excited for Traitors season 3. Haven't watched season 1 because I already know Beep wins. Season 2, I realize I'm kind of spoiling and not. Barely a B. It's good, but the problem is something the show can't really control is when the Traitors are dead to rights, and that happened pretty quick. At least, I don't know in relation to season 1, but it felt pretty quick that a lot of the Traitors were getting discovered in season 2. And then, who'd they throw in? Kate? Kate's entertaining, but oh my god. She was not a good traitor. Although it was worth it. I can't speak, actually. There's a moment that made it all worth it. I'll just say that. I don't want to spoil. Fuck it. Spoiler. Kate fumbles the bag so hard and loses. It's crazy. But yeah. I'm excited for the next season with like Tony, who hasn't been on TV screens in like 5 years. Who else is in there? Jeremy's in there. Carolyn's in there. Boston Rob. I always just look at the Survivor people. They're the only ones I know. But you know, Traitors is good overall. And the only thing I think is wrong with the Traitors is the challenges are really fucking boring. They need to find a way to make the challenges more entertaining to watch. I think the crossbow one was good. But most of the time, the challenges in the Traitors are just brain off. I do not care. Let's do Dune. This show just finished last week. Dune took a while for me to get invested into, but by like episode 4, I was in it. I really love Desmond Hart's character. I think the sisters are cool. It's not an A for me. Another B one. Let's see here. Also, shout out Robert Baratheon was in Dune. Oh, yeah. Don't really love Dune 1. I think it's good, but didn't really care for the characters as much. Dune 2 won me over on like a character level, and Dune 2 was fucking amazing also. It was a spectacle. But the show, I think it's got me interested in the lore, and I want to read and learn more about like these thinking machines, and I was deep in the Reddit searching like So what's up with this Desmond Hart guy? What the fuck is up with him? Some augmentation shit. Secret level. Now this is a weird one to rank. I gotta put it in D just because I think there were some stinkers and some ones that I thought could have been a lot better. Shout out Sifu. I think it also started off. I would skip the first two. The Dungeons and Dragons one and the Sifu one were not that good. Let's start. Oh, it's not even in order. Armored Core was good. The Concord one was just kind of boring. Crossfire, really boring. Dungeons and Dragons wasn't that entertaining. Exodus, which one was this? Oh, was this like the Interstellar feeling one? This one was alright. Honor Keen's boring. Mega Man, way too short. This shit could have been good, but it was just way too short. New World, surprisingly, actually good. Don't know about the game, but it was a good one. Outer Worlds, love that one. That might have been my favorite one on the second half. Pac-Man, surprisingly good. PlayStation, this was the worst one, actually. This one was just like, here's Kratos, here's this. It was mainly Kratos, Helldivers, and I think Shadow of the Colossus. It didn't even feel like a PlayStation one. It was just fucking weird. And yeah, it sucked. Sifu, disappointing. Spelunky, short but pretty good. Unreal Tournament, I didn't really love it too much. Warhammer, probably my favorite. So yeah, maybe it is a C. I'll put it. I think there is a tier above where like secret level when it's hitting is way better than these. It just depends on if it's hitting or not. If they could make it like 10 episodes longer and like really focus on the quality of them, it could be a lot better in a season 2. So I am happy it's getting a season 2. City of God. This is like a 20-year follow-up to the movie. The movie City of God is goated. That's not where it's ranking, but City of God, the movie, you need to fucking let me glaze this movie. This is one of my favorite. Is it early 2000s? Came out the year I was born, damn. This movie is fucking cinema. And it's good. Tough shoes to fill. I really put City of God, the movie, in like A or S tier. And I don't think it's that good. Especially like villains or even characters aren't as compelling in this. Although they still are good. And also the intro. Why am I aggressive today? And it's only like 6 episodes. And it actually does follow. It's not like just we want to fucking use this IP and make something. You can tell they cared about it. It might even be the same. It's probably the same director of the movie. It's got the same actors and shit. I love it. I'm excited for season 2. Let's see. Let's do the Penguin. I guess I'm spoil. No, I'm not spoil. I'm not spoiling shit. I mean, I'm spoiling shows, but I'm not spoiling my list. Okay, you have no idea where anything's going. Penguin, probably like right there. I think it took a while to catch on. I'm not really a big fan of the whole like, character gets you're getting introduced to a world by a character who's also being introduced to a world. I feel like that's a bit too cliche. Although that was his name Victor? I just didn't. I'm kind of sick of that introduction style. It was Victor. But the Penguin, oh my god. You're unsubscribing. Because Penguin's in B? B is not bad. Sophia Falcone, goated villain, one of the best performances of the year. The Penguin itself. Oh my god. To think this, just the makeup on this motherfucker is insane. Or like, when he was taking off his shoe and they show his toes. The makeup team deserve. And they had a butt-ass naked. Cinema. It also ended strong. I just think it started a little slow and it keeps it to a B. But it's a high B. It's a B+. It's a student that just got one question wrong from an A. It ended really strong. I think they took the show in a direction they needed to with the character. They didn't fucking dilly-dally. Fuck off. Let's just get this up. I'm still gonna glaze House of the Dragon. I think it's still peak. I love the Daemon. Let me just start with the good. The Daemon stuff was amazing. I think Rhaenyra started slow also, but towards like episode 3-ish, Rhaenyra I was starting to like. And Rhaenyra's, it was slow because you're supposed to feel helpless in the situation. The Rhaenyra character. Then Alicent, the green team, I thought they did a great job with. Larry's, they took him. I thought going into the season, Larry's would be like a more conniving one, but he's conniving still, but you see him more in a sympathetic light. The Aegon Larry scene where he's like trying to motivate him, probably the best scene. I do think season 1 is superior to season 2 by... Ooh, maybe it is a B tier. There were some Alicent and Rhaenyra scenes that were pretty dumb. Yeah, I'll put it high B. I think there needs to be a gap there. There was some mistakes made along the way. I still think it's a strong season. I do have a bit of bias with A Song of Ice and Fire, but I can recognize bad, okay? It's nowhere near as bad as fucking 8 or 7. If I'm ranking it, 1 to 4 goated. Season 1 of House of the Dragon right below them. I'll put 6 in that same area. Then you got 5. Wait, no. Then you got this. Then you got 5 with a bit of gap. Then a bit of a gap 7. Then a bit of a gap 8. But 7 and 8 are like D probably. 8 probably hits a F. House of Dragon's still a good show. We're not losing the plot here. I know it's been a bit of a controversial one. And I'm a little scared for season 3. George R. R. Martin like lit a raven and said like, they're taking the show in a direction I don't want. Help me. Alright, let's do Titans vs. Rebels. First S tier. I'm putting a reality TV show in S. I don't care! Watch Titans vs. Rebels. Australian Survivor. Best season of Survivor probably since like 2010. Straight up cinema on this screen. Ferris, Valeria. It is not a hot take. Because I know none of you motherfuckers even watch this shit. So you can't even attack it. Australian Survivor is cinema, and I will not be told otherwise. And I love Season 8. Titan vs. Rebels, Season 9 took it to a whole nother level. New season's probably pretty soon. I think it's going to have a tough time competing with Titans vs. Rebels. I mean, it was just crazy. The motherfuckers on that season were game players. They were insane. They were deranged. They were breaking open boxes that might have been against the rules, but we don't give a damn because I'm getting that damn immunity idol because I'm not going home. My name is Mark. I am bald. Shout out Mark. Ferris running around with his immunity necklace around his neck. The blind side of my winner pick, Valeria, had me on my knees crying in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. with a cup of cranberry juice. Cinema. Squid Game, Season 2. I watched this all in one day. Well, I guess half a day since I split it at night and leading up to today. It's alright. Season 1 will be an A to preface. Good old Boston Rob clears it, unfortunately. But yeah, Squid Game Season 2, like, I won't spoil this one since it just came out. The first episode was actually probably my favorite. That one I thought was really good. But I think it gets slow. And then when they're in the game, the characters to me just didn't compare to the last time. For most of them, there were some good ones. I think they held a lot of punches knowing that they won a Season 3. And you really felt that during the challenges towards the end. I thought Season 2 felt too much like a Part 1. So yeah. Good though. Now, let me talk about Interview with the Vampire. This is the greatest show I've watched since Better Call Saul Season 6. Let me just say that right now. Let me talk about these vampires. Okay? This has been the year of vampires. Interview with the Vampire. Nosferatu. This show is the greatest show on right now. I'm going to just say it right now. Everything I've watched, it's a tier above. Season 1 was also really good. It will be an A tier. House of Dragon Season 1 was an A tier. So, like, going into this year, those are my two favorite shows. Interview with the Vampire Season 2 is perfect in, like, every damn way. The writing, acting, fucking storytelling. The Perry, where were you, Perry? Oh my god, man. It's so beautiful. Grey Worm. Rowley Ritchie. Jacob Anderson. Louis de Pont du Plac. Cinema, his performance. Lestat de Lion Colt. What's that actor's name? I don't even know his name. But it is such a good acted show. What's her name? Claudia. That actor is new. She was in season 1. They had to replace her. And you don't miss a beat with this new girl. It's like she was the one from season 1 the whole time. It's just so well acted. It is fucking amazing. It's such a good show. Oh my fucking god. I know it sounds cringy. Like the title Interview with the Vampire is a cringy ass title. It's good. It's cinema. It's a quick watch. I think it's 7. What is the episode count? Off the top of my head, I think it's 6 episodes season 1, 7 season 2. It goes so quick. I fucking love this show. And even if it falls off the face of the planet with a season 3, you already get a solid ending with season 1 and 2 because they're the first book. It's based off a book series. It ends the first book with 1 and 2, so you got your satisfying ending with whatever they do with season 3 because it's going to be weird. Oh, it's 8 episodes. So is it 7? It's 7, 8, I think. This show is so fucking good. Armand, this dude, they take him in a direction with season 2, and he's incredible. If there's one show I would tell anyone to watch, it's this show. As for current shows that are on right now, I think it's on Netflix. At least one season.